Has this ever happened to you? Miss Munoz, I have a question about the Pythagorean theorem and distance formula. Can you help
No,
me?
Christian, I can't help you. I already answered 2 of your questions.
God! Then do I have a thing for you? The Pythagorean theorem and distance formula. Math Sensei, how would I do such a thing? You gotta sign up for my math program, Math Extreme. Making math extreme since 1902. You know you want to. Whoa, man! Getting a bit too close for comfort there. But if you allow me to join your stellar program, become a star mathlete, and impress all the ladies with my math skills, then you can count me in. Alright, so you're going to want to use the Pythagorean theorem when you're trying to find the lengths of a right triangle. And you're going to want to know the distance formula if you just want to go from point A to point B. Just like that. The Pythagorean theorem is easy. Isn't that just a squared minus 8 equals b? Wow, you really are bad at this. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared, being one of the legs, plus b squared, being another one of the legs, equals c squared, which is the hypotenuse. The distance formula is d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, where x2 minus x1 is in parentheses and y2 minus y1 are also in parentheses, and it's the square root of the whole thing, if you remember. Now here's an example of the Pythagorean theorem, and here is the formula you will use. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Starting off, what we have is a triangle. This one is a right triangle. It has the leg values a and b of 5 and 5, and we are trying to find c. Okay, so let's start off by squaring 5 twice, because a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 5 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. Correct? Now we will add both of the 5 squareds, which is 25 and 25, and that would all equal c squared still. And now we will add them up and square root both sides to get rid of the c squared. So c equals the square root of 50, and you square root both sides, and that is equal to around 7.071. Does that make sense now? An example of the distance formula. Here we have the distance formula, which is d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, so the problem we're going to do today is we're going to find the distance between 4, 3 and 8, 6. So as you can see, we labeled this our x1 and our y1. We labeled this our x2 and our y2. So let's plug that into the formula. This would be the square root of 8 minus 4 squared plus 6 minus 3, which would be the y2, the minus y1, and then the x2 minus x1. So 8 minus 4 is 4, and 6 minus 3 is 3. And they would still have the square roots because that would be the answer. And then 4 squared is 16, and 3 squared is 9, and 16 plus 9 is 25, and 25 squared is 5. So the distance between those 2 points is 5. 5 examples of these would be finding the distance between Miss Munoz, Kobe, and Nino. And that would be done using the Pythagorean theorem. Using the distance formula, you could find point A to point B on a map if they do not give you a key, but it is gridded. Here's some testimonials from real people who loved my video. I tried this program and it helped me become the mathlete I am today.
Hey guys, this is Miss Munoz here. My Honors Algebra 2 class really benefited from Math Extreme. Now they are all mathletes. Whoa, looks like Kobe and Nina are hungry. Gotta go.
So buy your copy of Math Extreme today!